Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. You know the deal. Interpret the message as it best resonates. Want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. And happy Diwali and happy Kwanzaa and every single other holiday. I hope that everybody is relaxing at home and enjoying their time. All right, now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you gotta like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always on the first card that I pull out. It's the underlying energy that tells us why everyone's doing what they're doing. Now, for those of you that don't know, I like to go deep within the readings, so I do look at everything, but we look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes. Because a lot of times you're just attracting a karmic and not really attracting a life partner, right? A soulmate life partner. There's all different types of soulmates, but most of the time we are attracting karmic mates. Now, karmic mates there's well different kinds. Some come in for a day, some come in for a season, some come in for a lifetime. So again, the longer that a karmic stays in your life, the more damage that that person actually had like can do to you. That's why they're considered karmic. But because again, you learn, but unfortunately, a lot of times people don't learn. I should say that person gives you an opportunity to learn something about yourself that you're not aware of, something that needs to be healed, something that some emotion or some belief that needs to be brought up to the surface so that you become conscious of it, so that you can integrate the spiritual lesson. Once you integrate the spiritual lesson, that just means, oh, I learned what I was doing that was blocking me from seeing any other perception. I was stuck in a perception of limitation, fear, any emotion that's derived from fear. Or again, once you transmute that energy, integrate that spiritual lesson, and you implement new habits, new behaviorisms, well, then you can actually quantum jump into the reality that you want to experience. This is important when you're dealing with karmic mates. Karmic mates are like, again, they have the potential to really come into your life and do a lot of harm and do a lot of harm. Like we know that sickness and disease, everything that happens in the spiritual realm happens long before it manifests in the physical realm. Well, sickness and disease is, you know, because there's a spiritual block. So being with someone that's toxic, will create, physical imbalances. So that's why it's important. It's also important, like being with somebody that, like I said, if they have a lot of negative karma, they haven't, paid their karmic debt and they come into your life, they have the potential to transfer a lot of their karma onto you, even though you didn't do anything, because you're connected to that person. And it's mainly because when we're with a karmic, emotionally, psychologically, that person manipulates. And that person manipulates for whatever they need you for, or want, I should say. So that's why it's really important. All right. Now, again, if you want to enter into winning free reading with me, you gotta like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is Manic. Manic, you're gonna write that word in your comment. I feel like you're connected to someone that feels like they're losing control. They are losing control. And when they think about you, it pisses them off. It makes them so angry. And so part of this person is taking a lot of their anger and projecting it onto you for no apparent reason. I feel like this person expected you to like act a certain way, and you kind of like this person feels like you pulled a power move on them almost. Like, like, you were supposed to fall for their trap. You were supposed to like be there for them. They thought for sure this is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. But that opportunity, they weren't going to give it to you. You were going to come into their life, that they weren't going to have to do anything. And now they're really angry because they know that a lot of it's anxiety, by the way, why they're pissed off. The manic energy is that it's really anxiety, but understand that anxiety is being caused by thoughts, and those thoughts are again that you were supposed to act a certain way. You were going, like, you were going to be there for them. You were going to, like, be their savior. You were going to fix their life somehow. Their future, what it was all about, what you were doing, what was happening in your life. So I feel like you were connected to someone that, I'm not saying that they didn't like you, but they like what you do more than they like you. There's a sense of, wow, like your life. They want your life. There's a little bit of this energy. And that I feel like it's probably because they're connected to somebody that has too much control over their life, which is why they like your life. Part of it's that because, when we go out into the world and we try things, we might emulate somebody, say, well, oh, our friend decided to take volleyball, so now I'm going to copy and take volleyball, but that doesn't mean I'm going to like volleyball. And a lot of times, once I go out in life and I think I'm going to set out and play volleyball, I wind up getting pulled somewhere else because there's a lot of unforeseen things that can take me off course. So it's again when we're open to it. But I feel like this person feels like you're just having too much of a good time without them. Like you don't care, almost like you played them. Like you must have never really cared. But then they were also saying, how come I didn't see this aspect of you? This person prides themselves on being very strategic, someone that's very controlling, someone that outsmarts people, but like not in a like again in a manipulative way, not in a good way, is what I'm trying to say. So this person feels like they've lost control of you. And so that has triggered this person into a manic state. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't other things going on in this person's life that are imbalanced. There has to be, because this person is imbalanced. It's again because they're obsessive. They're obsessively thinking about you, about what you did, how you did it, how the power moved. Did you ever really care? How come you didn't fall for it? How come you're holding back? What's going on in your life? They don't know whether you're talking to somebody. They don't know. It's like you took your power back and it pushed this person into being manic. So again, a lot of energy. You can feel a lot of energy. Yeah, because they thought that they were going to have a relationship that was like unstructured. Like they thought that they were going to be able to have you come back into their life and that they were going to play it the same exact way that they did. Now, what they're realizing is that you're a lot stronger, that that whatever they handed to you, that would never happen. That would never happen. It's like this person is unstructured. They want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. It doesn't, it's so they're used to being in relationships that it's my way or the highway, and the people that they tend to go for, or the people that they connect with go for it. So this person is not really reliable. And like again, there's a sense of, I feel like this person has fear of abandonment, but they're the ones that abandon in every single relationship. So they wanted to keep it unstructured, and you were like, and you know that, and you're like, I'm not going back into a relationship where you're not going to be there. You weren't there. You chose not to be there. You chose not to give anything. And so there's a sense that this person is manic because they know that they also did not give you anything. And so you've had a lot of time because they were using time and distance as a way to trigger you, thinking that you were going to react a certain way when you didn't react that way. This person also thought that they were going to be able to take a little bit of time and then come back. They never thought that this separation was going to go on for this long. So they, in their mind, they kept wasting time, kept delaying it, hoping that you would come back. And what they see is you're not playing around. Yeah, this person's like, thought that you would come in and like rescue them. There's a sense that this person, they don't have it, they're very codependent because they don't create a good life for themselves. What they do is they're a player. So they don't form any strong relationship. They're also non-consistent. They're unstructured within their life, which means bad habits. So they're all over the place. And what they feel, that what they tend to go for are people that don't know their worth, people that are going to be nurturers and givers. And this person felt like you would be that type of person. So again, they assume that you would be the martyr, meaning not really get anything, not really pay attention to how they were treating you. And I don't know why. But when you challenge them, they were self-righteous. So it wasn't like you didn't lay a boundary. It's that this person thought that they were going to treat you a certain way. And that way was, you're gonna be here for what I need you to be here for. Whatever I give you, you're gonna be happy with. It's not going to be a structured relationship, meaning it's not going to be a it's not going to be a commitment type relationship. It's not going to have any structure at all. And it's because it's what I want, when I want, how I want it. Which again, when you called them out on it, because that's what you did, this person became self-righteous. Like almost like, how dare you? Like they got triggered because you set a boundary. Because you said, I'm not going to let you treat me disrespectfully. And this person was mad because they again thought that you were unaware of what they were doing, of how they were treating you. They thought that you didn't know what your worth was in so many words or less. And now a lot of times people try to do that. This is what it's a standard thing, but what's not standard is that now this person is so obsessively thinking about you, that they're become manic, because people become manic from so much of their thoughts. Their thoughts create emotions. And when a person doesn't know what to do, they're feeling like they're losing control. They become manic. And that's what how this person is actually. The thing is, they're like, they never realized how bad that they treated you until like now. So there's a sense that this person doesn't think that you're going to forgive them, but this person knows that forgiveness helps you get through the past, and they don't really think that they can. And that's why they're manic, because they're looking back on everything that they did. I feel like because your silence, because you did the same thing that this person did, you used time and space, but you didn't just use space where you hid out and did nothing like this person. You created your life. So you have a whole new life. And it's like, you're like, I'm tired of like being your fix-it person. Like they always wanted you to pick up the pieces because again, this person's not structured. They're someone that's not consistent. So they need to be in a relationship with someone that does all the work. That's really what it is. It's like, they're not going to be accountable. They're not going to show up for things. They're not going to emotionally give you what you need. And you're like tired of it. It's like this person, part of it is that they're unaware, to be honest with you. And they have been unaware because they only date people that don't really know, to be honest with you, and they go along with it. So this person might be really good looking. They might just have a lot of people that are after them. And so they're used to being able to do what they want. Yeah, you were like, it's abuse. I'm tired of the abuse. Tired of the abuse. And also you felt like this person uses love as an emotional escape. Like that they don't, it's not really love because they don't put the time and the effort and the energy. So what happened is you watched this person, and it wasn't just that this person would utilize your energy, but you're also like, because there is feelings and emotions that this person has for you, regardless of the fact that you see it as abuse. This person loves from their level of consciousness, and their level of consciousness is that a relationship is all about them. It's like, what are you going to do for me? How, and they have this type of personality that it is all about them. And they've been allowed to be like that. So no one's ever held them accountable before. And what you notice is it's like, yeah, we have a connection, but you don't really want to build a relationship with me. It's like you have bad habits. Again, you're unstructured in your life, and your approach to relationships and your approach to life is what you notice with this person. So what you say is like you use love more as an escape, as an emotional escape, instead of being in a relationship for the right reasons. This person gets involved with people for the wrong reasons because it's what they think relationships are, what they expect a person to do, what they're used to, what they grew up in, that's really what it is. So it's like childish. They act childish where it's all about them. They've stayed in that level of consciousness where I feel like there was trauma that this person must have gone through trauma in order for that to be. And I say that because why? Why would this person, see things from such a black and white way and want to control the relationship? You can see it's all about them. That's it. Again, it's all about disempowering you. This card doesn't even belong in the desk, but it's like where now like this person has a lot of problems to solve, but all they do is delay the situation because what they're seeing is you're not coming back, but they assume that you would come back. They don't want to have to be the one that comes back to you. They're the ones that come back to you. They feel like they're taking the weaker role. Yeah, and you're like, this is a karmic contract. This is what this person is used to being in relationships where it's not a healthy type of relationship. It's a relationship where they use the person for all their energy, for what they need them for. So again, you were supposed to play that part. And I feel like you might have even played it a little bit, like at one point. But what you said was, I'm tired of picking up the pieces. I'm not going to like continually make this into a relationship when you're not making it into a relationship. You're not bringing anything to the table. You want me to bring all my resources and all my love and all my care to the table, but you're not doing anything for me, which again is what a karmic contract is. It's that being bound to someone that emotionally doesn't give you anything, that makes you feel like you're alone, makes you feel miserable. That's what that energy is, where they then have a 24/7 way of building their ego up because they have someone that's there. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to be loyal. No, no, no. They don't want it. They don't want structure. Oh no. Oh no. It's they always want to figure out what like how to escape. You know, to be honest with you, they want to stay childish. They don't want to grow up. But it's all about disempowering you because if you're utilizing all your energy for this person, it means that you're not creating yourself. It means you're not pouring into yourself. This person requires people to pour into them because they don't know how to do it themselves, which is why it would be a karmic contract. It's like being connected to someone that's sick. So you can't really live your life. Like you can't date anyone else. You can't be with anyone else. You can't live a life of your own. This person wants to disempower you and disempower you by, well, your mind, and I'm going to utilize you for what I want to utilize you for. That's what this person perceives love is. And where I feel like what would happen is for some of you guys, you have addictive behavior too. So you would wind up like either eating too much or utilizing food as a way. I believe that this person also tends to have an eating disorder. They're very imbalanced. So part of creating balance sometimes is through food. But for you, it's coming out like it would affect you. It would affect you because what emotional happiness would you be getting from a person that doesn't show up? Nothing. They'd be draining you. So food is a way that people utilize it to give them a little dopamine, to give them a little happiness, a little joy, to escape a little bit. And so it would turn into an eating disorder because of this person's betrayal, because that's how you would see it. You'd be like, I'm in a relationship where a person like doesn't care about me as a person, like they care about me for what they can utilize me for, how it's going to benefit their life. And in that, they never form an emotional bond. And because they never form an emotional bond, they can betray me all the time. It's like they have no conscience. And especially if I'm going to keep giving regardless of what they do. And that's what this person was trying to train you for. I'm going to mold you into like what I want you for. And I think that you're unaware that you're not really going to know what I'm doing. Yeah, like that eventually you would conform to what they wanted because so that they can stay in their addictions. Like I said, I knew we were going to see that. I knew that we were going to see that because this person is manic right now. They're lost control. You can't stay that way 24/7, you know? And it's also a sense that this person wants to live an unstructured life. Why is that? Oh, well, because you want to stay out late, you want to go out after, you want to go to the bar, you want to go hang out, you want to do your drugs, and so when you do drugs and when you drink, you lose time and space. So it's again, I don't want to be accountable. But I also need someone to pick up the pieces because I make a mess out of my life. Because again, when I'm drugging and drinking, I'm talking to other people and I'm not really conscious of what it is that I'm doing. This is why you would have to inherit if you were with this person. And that's why it would be a karmic contract because you would be with this person and you would wind up inheriting their negative karma that they rack up because they don't want to pay it. Their way is to find again another sucker that is going to be unaware that they'll be able to be that martyr, that they'll conform to what they want. And what they want is someone that is, again, sacrifices too much and focuses too much on them. That's what they want. And it would never be a good relationship. This person would always put themselves in competition with you because here it is, you have a good life, you like your life. This person doesn't like their life. That's what alcoholics and drug addicts don't like their life. They escape from their life. And they also use relationships as a way to escape. And that is what we see here, that this person, and that's what you picked up on. You picked up on that. You said you don't really feel like this person wants to be in a relationship. What they want to do is they want to use the relationship as a way to escape. And this is why it would be a karmic contract. It wouldn't be a healthy relationship at all. And where the person puts themselves in competition because they get triggered, because where's their identity? They don't have one. They're expecting you to come in and like make the life. Where's their life? Oh, they're gonna escape. They're gonna live through their addictions. They're gonna, drink, drug, and escape through relationships, but they still want you. Because, hey, in order to be able to do that, I need somebody in the home base that's going to, clean up my mess, pick up the pieces of my life. And give me love and give me what? But it's again, you would be the martyr. You would be the martyr. It would be so disempowering. And this person would like that because there's a sense that they're a little jealous. They're a little jealous by your success and your happiness because they're not happy. They're not successful. So, they put themselves in competition. The person that you live with, the person that you lay down with, the person that you're with should not put themselves in competition with you, but they would. And so what you see is that you would not be allowed to have any joy, no happiness. That's what this person would do. And that's what it was like to be with them, just not, you didn't give all of yourself to this person. You got triggered by this person. And the reason why I know that is because this person's manic, because you took your power back. So they wouldn't be so manic if they didn't think it was such a sure thing. I had it. It was in the bag. I was going to get where this is what they thought. Now, you might have given this person a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, you know what I mean? To make them be like, oh, you're really going to just be with me regardless of what happens. But you're like, no, this person triggered your abandonment issues, the weaving in and out of your life caused severe triggering and abandonment. And you were like, it can't keep happening. And this person wanted it unstructured, didn't want a commitment, wanted to be able to do what they wanted to do. They didn't want to grow up. Instead, they want to create the illusion that they're in a good relationship, or that, again, that they look like they have their life together. But it's an illusion because this person has all those bad habits, has all those, is a child. They don't want to grow up. And you got resentful and you were like, I'm tired of being resentful. I'm tired of being mad because you don't really show up. You've held so much resentment that it just at this point, can't even, the relationship, can't really even work because it's going to manifest now within conflict within the relationship because you're resistant. See, this person needs you to be the martyr. You're not. And you're not because you're resentful. And you're resentful because this person didn't thought that they were going to play it this way with you. Where again, you just felt like that either when this person didn't get what they wanted, that they would go into isolation. But it also left you feeling alienated and isolated also. Not knowing what to do, that they would actually shut you out and just forgotten about, you don't really think about me at all. So every day that was the feeling, it's all about you, it's all about you, it's all about you. You never think about me, you're not reliable. You're not reliable. I don't know whether you're going to be here today, you're not, whether I can't make plans. And it's really like interfering with my life. So you took your power back. And now this person's manic. Let's see what they're going to do, if anything. And that doesn't mean you should take them back, but you always want to know what they're going to do, or what type of relationship it is. And it doesn't mean that it's going to make sense to you. Okay. Like, just know that, because this person is very imbalanced and they're living through their realities. Yeah, this person is needy. You said there, and the thing is, they know that, you know, in order for the relationship to be, that they have to give. So again, but they're needy. And this is what the first word that popped out to me, needy, Would they want a new start? Yeah, they want somebody like you in their life, because you would make their life look good. They like what your life looks like, but understand it wouldn't be good for you. There's a part of this person that knows that you're not going to be vulnerable. They need you to be vulnerable, but you're like, no, because you already felt like betrayed. And that's the thing, where this person would like to have a new start, a new beginning. But because of the betrayal, really because of their control, you don't trust them. And so this is what they know. They're also still at a low vibration, and they're going to say in a victim mentality, which means that they're not going to take responsibility for anything that they did. They may come back into your life because they want a new beginning, but it's not for the right reasons. In their mind, it's the right reasons, but it's not the right reasons for you. Again, this person has again, the blinders. They see things only from their perception. They have tunnel vision, and their tunnel vision is it's all about them. They never once looked at how things were from your perception, never once. And they're still like that, because remember, look, they're resistant. They're resistant. And if anything, they'll be in denial of half the shit that they did. But it's like they want what they want. They don't want to change. They know, like, that, listen, they know they have the tools to fix it. They know what it takes. They have what it takes. But it's almost like that this person needs to step into their masculine energy. They have the tools, but they have a lot of fear. They have a lot of worry. Again, it's repetitive. It's repetitive. It's the relationships tend to bore this person. So it's like they're kind of wasting time here. Again, it says passing time, bored, but they're irritated, but they have fear and they have anxiety, which is why they're manic. So right now, what we see is the worry, the fear, the anxiety, and the irritated. This is, like I said, that manic energy. They know the relationship needs care. They know that they would need to fix the relationship, but are they? Because it's like there's a part of this person that I don't think wants to, because they're very tunnel visioned. They want things the way that they are. So I feel like they're strategizing to figure out what's like a way to like have you in their life without giving anything. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like this person feels hopeless. It's again that because they know what they did, they know that you know. So they're in a place again of a victim mentality. They have a broken heart, almost like they can't believe that you walked away from them. So it's again not really answering the question like what they're going to do, but what I see that what they're doing is wasting a lot of time being victim. knowing what they have to do, not really wanting to do it. So that's really like why I feel like they're heartbroken, because it's like, I feel like this person is so in love with the image that they created of themselves that they don't really want to shatter that illusion by them actually having to come back and do the work. This person is unhappy again, and they've always been unhappy. And it's like they are devastated, but understand why are they devastated? They're losing everything. It's like what they saw was your life. What they see is that you're going to move on and live happily ever after and with somebody else that's going to treat you a lot better than how they had the opportunity to treat you. They didn't want to do that. So they can see everything now, but they don't really know how to recover from, and they also don't really want to change. They haven't done anything to fix their life. So they still would need someone to pick up the pieces. They would still need a martyr. They would still need that type of control. So again, right now, what we see is that they're not really doing anything. They have a lot of anxiety. Um, they want the relationship back. They are heartbroken, but from again, realize why. And that there's a sense that they don't really know how to recover from this, except if they're going to like do the things that they would need to do, which is to be diligent, to be patient, to be consistent, right? To like hard work. Would take a lot of hard work. This person does not want to do that. It's like I feel like they will reach out to you. It's gonna unfold very soon. You're gonna hear from this person very soon because they do feel an emotional connection. But understand it's really uncertain still, like how they're gonna treat you because they haven't done any healing. This person has tried to see things from a new, different perception, and I think it's because you did leave. But understand it's also the fact that they are not in a good space, that it's again, there's a that they, that they've gotten in trouble, that they've been humiliated. They feel like you walking away also humiliated them. But this person has like tends to get in their own way because they're abusive. And the thing is, it's like they come across the wrong people at the wrong times because they drink, they party, they don't remember half the things that they do, they mess up in their job. Again, they want to live unstructured, they want to live on their terms. They want you to conform, they want you to be the martyr, they want you to be the fixer. They don't want to be accountable in their life. And when this person is like that, that's the way that they are with most people. So understand this person needs to have someone codependent because people tend to like get tired of their crap. And so it's like, again, I'm still feeling this person's going to come back, but I have to warn you, they're coming back not because it's of like, I love you. I've taken the time, I've nurtured the connection, and I know about you, you know about me, you feel comfortable with me. I've nurtured the connection and I want to give to you. I want to protect you. I want to love you. I want to be a partner to you. This person's not doing that. What this person is doing is again looking at where they are now. Oh, I'm not in a good space, and they're looking at how you can help elevate them. That's you know yeah, because they're just going to do it again and again. It's like the way that they are. The way that they are is they do what they want to do. And there's a sense of this person like trying to wait for the perfect timing. to reach out, but they are going to reach out, and they are going to they want to communicate, but understand why. It's like I said, it's karmic. It's definitely a karmic relationship. And I say that because until a person like apologizes, come back and apologizes and puts energy into the connection and nurtures the connection. They shouldn't be asking for anything. They shouldn't be wanting to ride your coattails, wanting to like utilize your energy like for what they want to utilize it for. It's very codependent, it's very contracty, it's very karmic, and that doesn't change. This person might have changed a little bit because once you're out of their life, they miss you. But what do they miss? They miss what you brought to the table. They're not missing what they did. They're not missing all the beautiful memories that you created because they didn't give you the time to do that. So, you know, it's like, is it love to this person? It's love. But what we know is that they didn't put any effort in. And what we know is that they're not in a good place. And what we know is that they have a lot of bad karma. And what we know also is that they like the way that your life looks and everything that you could do for them. And that might mean also like having you again, like give them emotionally, sleep with them, like where they would be getting their needs met. You wouldn't be getting your needs met. Friendship card number 1 for the inner child wound cards, love. 2. So we look at the inner child wounds because that's when we tend to go through the karmic experience. And then from that point on, it made an imprint on our subconscious mind. And from that point on, we wind up attracting the same types of experiences unfold within our relationships that make up that karmic loop, that karmic cycle. It's like, it's a loop. It's the same karmic theme that keeps you stuck in a place of, disempowerment, of, fear, of, any emotion that's derived from fear, resilience, confusion, misunderstood, wonder, time and attention. Okay, so what I feel is that when you were growing up, like you didn't get the time and the attention. Like, and it could be for a number of reasons. It was like, there was not enough money, there was not enough time. There was one parent in the house. One parent worked all the time, so there was no time. Or again, the parents were so consumed with, their own lives, trying to make money, trying to make their relationship work. Or you grew up in a toxic environment where the parent drank or the parent. So there's many different, it's a collective reasoning, but nevertheless, you didn't get the time and the attention. So often you found yourself alone and didn't feel loved. And, you needed that love because life was confusing. So I believe that you connected to friends, but I never liked this card because this friendship card, this little kid doesn't look like he's like a friend. It's like friend in quotes. Why are you doing that? So it's almost like friendship, but it's almost like there's a hint of betrayal to that friendship, like almost like a frenemy, right? So where it's confusing, that love is confusing because the person never gives you what you need. Time and attention is really associated with emotionally getting what you need, the support. So it was very confusing. And when you asked for it, like a lot of times you just felt, misunderstood. You felt like people thought that it was annoying, you were being needy, that you were asking for too much, that it was so, you had to figure out things on your own. And as a child, we often feel misunderstood. Like people don't understand when really is that we are not coming from a strong place, and so we're projecting a lot of times onto other people. However, I do feel like it made you resilient. It made you very strong. Made you strong to go out and experience life and the things which you had control over. So it doesn't mean that you got to like go on a million different trips and different things, but you went out and you did explore on your own because you're a curious person that when wanted to learn, and there was a yearning for more, like the wonders of the world. I want to experience the wonders of the world. I want to actually experience the wonders within myself, which is what you were like, Scorpio, because it's like, you got to a point where this person wanted everything on their terms. And in order for your own sanity, you had to give yourself the time and attention. You had to give yourself the love that this person wasn't giving because they were committed to misunderstanding you. Oh, yeah, they wanted to act like, oh, yeah, I am your friend, I'm supportive, but they weren't. It's like, because if they were, you wouldn't feel confused. So being around people that tell you or try to convince you what you, again, already know, like where they're trying to convince you that the relationship is good and that it's fine, but you don't feel that the relationship is fine. It's like where they're trying to like make it acceptable that they're not going to give you the time, the attention, the emotional support. They're going to, showing you one thing, but then saying another. And I feel like you kind of grew up in that type of environment too, but not meaning to. It's like, again, if a parent worked a lot, they would say, yeah, we're going to go to the movies. But then that Tuesday night would come around and the parent was too tired to go to the movies. So there was no time and attention. Sometimes it wasn't because of abuse. It was because, well, my parents worked and there wasn't enough. There wasn't enough money. And I needed that love. I needed that nurturing. It's like because life was confusing, needing it, making you feel like, well, misunderstood, where really it's just what you needed. So I feel like this situation mirrored part of that imprint where this person did not give you time and attention, but did bring out the gifts of resilience that you're strong, like that this person kept trying to like take down your boundary, to kept trying to strategize, and really all that they did was waste a lot of time. They wasted a lot of time, and now they're manic because what they see is they don't have any control. They just wasted time. They were hoping that maybe time would blur the lines so you wouldn't remember everything. And it really, what it did was made the situation a lot worse. That's why this person has a lot of anxiety. That's why they're fearful. But again, for you to be like, well, this person like loves me, but that's love is so confusing. And that what you're realizing is it's not confusing. If the person would have given you time and attention and would have built that emotional connection, well, you both could have experienced the wonders of the world. It's like, but instead you're being called to go off onto your own because this person is more like a karmic that will keep you in a place of feeling misunderstood because they want to stay unstructured. They want to stay in their addictions. They want to do what they want to do. It doesn't mean that they don't have love, but their love is selfish. Their love is from a very low vibrational consciousness, which it's all about them. It's all about domination. It's all about disempowering you because they want to take your life force to, again, pick up the pieces of their life. But then you're not focused on yourself. And Spirit says, well, it's all about giving yourself self-love. And the reason why is because you already lived that where someone didn't give you time and attention. So why would you go into a relationship with somebody that doesn't give you time and attention again? but it doesn't mean that they don't care. They care. It's just, it's not a healthy, it's all about what you can do for them, how, like you're gonna elevate them, that's that it's almost like you uplift them. It's like I said, you elevate them and uplift them and you feed them energy and so it gives them the appearance that they are a lot more emotionally put together, feel safer knowing that you like have feelings. So they want you attached, they just don't want to give you anything. They want to utilize you for what they want to utilize you for. Listen to life. Be attentive to the world around you. Signs and symbols guide you to success. Listen and discover the way to the eternal. So I feel like Spirit said that's what you did. You listened to yourself as again, and you felt like it was wrong. Well, now Spirit says, now also listen to like the universe, pay attention to the universe, because the universe is going to bring you to the eternal. And when we're talking about the eternal, it means everlasting love, that unconditional love, that you will attract what you want. So if you want a relationship, well, again, listen to yourself, and invest in yourself. Be attentive to the world around you, because Spirit at any time can bring you a person to you at that time. But it's mainly about listening to the signs and the symbols that bring you to abundance, because once you again are listening to that and following that and you're in the vibration of love, again, that's when the universe conspires to bring you someone. And that's almost putting it in the universe's hands, that this was not a time to be in a relationship with anyone, not this person anyway, because they're a karmic. And I'm going to pull one more, which is, I always have hope. No matter the ordeal, I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. So also like helping you to like clear yourself of whatever spiritual blocks that you had that were from inner child wounds, and really about turning the darkness into light, your shadows into light, integrating. And you can't do that until you see things from a different perception. So now you see things from a different perception, and now it's about knowing what you can do to, again, quantum jump into the reality that you want to experience. And Spirit is saying, it's all about you having faith. It's all about you, again, embodying that energy. It's again listening to life. It's again, you can feel when you're on the right track, and you can feel when you're not. So it's not just pay attention to what's going on the exterior, but also what's going on the interior, like inside of you. But it's all about knowing that the situations that come into our life that we perceive as negative give us an opportunity to integrate, to heal, to transmute those old wounds, so that you can again evolve back to your original state, which is unconditional love. So you can be like the vibration of that, which will lead you to abundance, which will lead the universe to being able to bring you someone that's more in alignment with who you are today, not your wounds of yesterday. I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. You let me know how you resonated with this one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.